Hey there, AfterBuzzers. This is Season 8, Episode number 6 for Total Divas. Welcome to Miami. The Divas get turned up in Miami. The paparazzi is following Nikki. And the dance-off is to remember. Make sure you stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Come on, fist bump. Hey, everybody!
Y'all know the dance used to go on where you do the feet.
Shuffling,
they can't see your feet though. They can't see your feet though.
Well, they understand what I'm saying. My feet move back and forth.
Yeah, it's called shuffling. It was a trend.
We're starting.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
So thank you for watching. We are episode 6. This is season 8. Welcome to Miami. And I have my lovely ladies here. Let them know who you are.
Hello, I am Leslie Colon. Excited to be here today.
You're so cute.
Hi guys, my name is TK Trinidad.
She says that every time.
Because I am excited.
And I am Monique Loveless, and I am ready to get into this one. This one was funny. What did you guys think overall?
All right, I take it back from last week. This was my favorite episode.
See, I told you.
I know,
you
you're
never,
right.
You
You're
never
right.
want to say it too early.
You're right.
You never want to say it too early.
I like when they go and to different places and they party. That's the thing. It's like when they go together and they party, there's always crazy stuff that happens. And they're like, it shows, what's the word?
Camaraderie.
That's the word.
Hey.
We're one. We're one.
I know, right. Yeah, I.
For now.
Right. For right now. So the ladies start off and, they're going to Miami. Paige and Lana get there first and they meet the fine bartender.
Ooh. And he's 21, so
He was
he
21.
is so cute. I loved
Super.
it. I love the fact that he was so involved and was taking shots with Lana and going along with everything. He wasn't even shy.
He was hoping.
So
He was.
he was totally vibing.
He was.
Yeah, so it was great to see that.
Would you date him because he was 21? You
Of
just
course.
turned 21.
I know. Of course I would date him.
I
Why
will not allow that to happen.
Why
at
not?
all.
He's a model.
No.
So?
Oh my gosh. So anyway, the ladies, they're celebrating Nattie and Naya's birthday. And, all the ladies are excited because they have these surprises, which I think pretty much the surprises were pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But as we know, the turn up girl, she starts. What happened to Brie mode? Can we talk about that? Because what happened to Brie mode? Now it's more Lana mode than Brie mode.
Well, Brie's a mom. She's married. Her husband's not as turned up as she is. She's on TV. She knows her husband's going to call her out. There's a lot of things happening that she can't turn. She's like Brie mode at 60%.
No, I'm over that.
I am too.
I am so over. I'm a mom. I'm mom mode. I am so
But
over
she
that.
is a mom.
I know, but that doesn't mean she can't have fun. That's why Nikki bashes her a lot because she's like, oh, I'm a mom now.
Right. It's like
and she used to turn up even when she was married to. Well, she's always been married to Daniel Bryan, but that is no excuse.
Your version of turn up can change.
Not when you are known, not when you are an icon for being Brie mode.
So
like, she's literally a verb now.
Oh
Brie
goodness.
mode. Brie mode. Like, that is she literally is the turn up. Like, now it's like Lana mode instead of Brie mode. We've seen those moments. I feel like she reminded everybody that she was mom every time she got this episode.
Why are you putting what you want for her to happen in her life and not let Brie enjoy her life?
No. I'm
just saying.
If you had a party mode, you would be like, okay, when I'm going out with my girls, I don't have the baby, my husband's not around, I'm with my sisters, I'm with my girls. You wouldn't party?
Yes.
It depends. I mean, how I partied back in the day to how I party now is two different. You can't handle my old school party. Like we're doing.
Your new school can't handle your.
yeah.
So you're saying that Brie's new school may not just match her.
Yeah, and
Old school
why are
Brie
you
mode.
this is my thing. It's like with Nikki. Nikki's living a whole different life from Brie. So it's just like Nikki expects Brie to be this Brie mode from back in the day. Brie has essentially changed her whole life. Nikki is essentially the same person minus John.
But you're like known for that. Anyway, Lana turned up more than Brie did this trip.
Lana got Natalia's parents drunk last week. So Lana is always turning up.
She's turned. Like, I could party with Lana. Like, I don't even know, but I know I can hang with Lana.
I don't think you can hang with Lana.
Well, she was the first to give her surprise, which was a Lambo.
I loved it. It kind of showed that side of her. Her and Rusev are always driving in Lamborghinis. So it kind of shows like this lavish lifestyle that she wants to live, but she's so like humbled at the same time. I don't feel like she does it like, oh, you know, we're wrestlers now and we have money. It's just like a fun thing.
And their commercials are on fire. They actually have commercials. Have you seen their commercials?
Who, Lambo? No. you said a commercial. I figured it was for the car.
Lana and Rusev's.
Clearly I haven't. They have a commercial? Okay.
We'll move on.
Y'all already know. Anyways. So yeah, that's the first surprise. It was Lana basically giving Nattie and Nia. Sorry guys, I always say that. It's okay. Nia a Lambo. Would you like that gift?
Would I like it?
You like surprise number one?
I don't like surprises, one. Then with that gift, here's the issue.
Side eye.
Who's paying the monthly payments?
It was a gift. It was rented.
Yeah, she didn't actually give it to them. You swear.
I feel like with stuff like that, there's an issue. There's issues like that. Like when Ellen tried to give Tiffany Haddish the car, there's issues with that. You know that story.
But
I feel like there's issues with that. When there's gifts that big, I'm always kind of weary. Like, what's the attachment? Like, you might she knew it was a rental, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So big gifts, no.
You don't know what she's saying because I don't know what she's saying.
Oh my goodness.
She feels like there was no connection to it.
If you get me a Lambo.
If we're in Miami and Lana gifted me a Lambo for my birthday, I'm gonna get in that Lambo and I'm gonna drive it like
until they hand you the bill and you just jumped into it.
But it was kind of just like a little show off.
It
was just a show. There was nothing big to it. That's why I was like, whatever.
It's like when you go to a wedding, you expect to get drinks, but you don't, and it's you have to pay for it. That's just, it's like you drive the Lambo, then you finish, it's like they hand you a bill because you thought it was free, but it wasn't.
Well, that was Lana's surprise, so I think it was on Lana.
Hopefully. We'll check the tweets.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I'm pretty sure because she's really good friends with Nattie. I think her and Nattie are like Nattie doesn't like to admit it, but I think they're best friends.
Oh, I don't think they're best friends.
Oh, I do.
No.
If she feels okay with calling people like 10, 12 times in a row.
She calls everybody 10, 12. That's her MO.
Yeah.
She does. She calls Lana, stop calling people like that.
I think that's her.
Yeah. Nattie's like the mother, like she's been there more than 10 years. Nattie's like the mother of the whole situation. So she feels like Lana wants to wrestle.
Right.
Lana's struggling a little bit. So I think Nattie's like taking upon herself. Lana's like, okay, I want to wrestle and I'm trying. So Nattie's seeing that and she's helping her do that. So she's kind of almost like a mother hen. So there's that relationship. But I don't think they're best friends. I don't think in a situation the first person Natalia's going to call is Lana. She's going to be down.
No, I feel like they're kind of in a relationship. Like when she was like, oh, we fought last night and now I texted her saying I love you.
Yeah.
So it kind of seems like they're like an on and off.
Which brings us
relationship
to the prank that they did. So they did the prank on Lana, where Nattie wanted to like smash whipped cream in her face, and Brie and everybody else was just throwing champagne everywhere. And then she did. Nattie was like, "Oh well, I woke up and I said I love you, but." Would you guys is that something that you really do with your best friend? Wrestle and throw whipped cream in their face while they're asleep?
Well, first of all, they were drunk, so they were bored.
Facts.
And it's not like the first time that they've done something like this. She said it was like Mexico episode 2.
That is
when
true.
When they throw the luggage out, remember
they
that?
They did the flashback. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But they weren't playing then. They were kind of serious then.
They're still playing. I don't think anything that they do like that is serious.
That episode, I really believe they weren't really feeling each other because she threw her luggage. Remember, she threw her luggage and her phone out into the beach off that cliff.
I mean, at least she found it though, and it wasn't cracked. Because this is cracked. There's there's fighting words. Thing. Yeah.
Right. So they pulled the prank on her, and Nattie was like, "Oh, I still love you," but Nia was like, "If that was done to me,
dude, I would have been scared." She's a powerhouse.
Well, it's not that. You could tell different people's personalities, and with Natalya, like she's a lot more easygoing, whereas Nia's like don't.
But do you feel like Nia's uptight for that?
No, it's just who she is.
Yeah.
You can tell it's her character on and off of the ring.
But then can she have fun?
You can have fun and still not do all that crazy stuff. She can participate. Naya's my spirit animal. Like, I can have
That's
fun.
right.
I could see her.
I can have fun, but then don't
said that
add
last
any extra stuff to it. We're not, then the fun stops.
Right.
So, like, different people's personalities, and they've been with each other or been together long enough that it's like, okay, well, we can play this way and we can play with this person this way, but with some people, like, we can only go this way.
I feel like you expect it because all the other girls do it, and we're not really seeing that side of her. So that's why we're like, what is she doing on the show? Is she really interesting? But it's just her character. It's just who she is as a person.
Which I'm wondering if she's going to be on the show next year, or she's just there, if she's on the show as to fill a quota.
Well,
Speaking of, we mentioned this too before we got on camera. Where was Trinity?
yes, we are mad.
Where was Trinity? And it's weird because they're like cutting the trailers as if certain things are happening and they're not, because they cut the trailer for this week and they showed her talking to John about how she wanted to get her an apartment or some kind.
Not by herself. They didn't say by her. They're not, well, they're together. You don't watch SmackDown, but everybody in the chat watches SmackDown. But they're together, so it's not like they're separating.
Yeah, so they didn't show Trinity at all. They didn't show any of that at all.
I feel like they do that to I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but I feel like they do that to her the most. And to me, they're the funniest couple.
Yes, I agree.
And they are. They're the best. Yeah. I feel like they are the best couple on the show, and they need more. We say this every week. I do definitely feel like they need more camera time.
Yeah. It's not just, you can see it in WWE too. They don't get pushed. And they have such great personalities. And I love the fact that they're so open about everything, his kids and, their relationship. So kind of like the way that they're doing it, that they're showing her and then they're not showing her, it really like messes with the viewership.
Well, on side note, with the kids, if you didn't watch the interview from like 12 months ago, John did talk about the kids, and he said he didn't want the kids on the show anymore. So that's why you're not seeing the kids. So that's done on purpose.
Well, she said that when she came in last year.
Yeah.
That was the same day. So
right.
So that's the reason why. But I don't know. I feel like they're too happy. They're too happy. Like, that's why we don't see them as often.
Really? But they're so interesting.
I think so too.
But so are Rusev and Lana. They're the same way. So what's the
More
difference?
Lana than Rusev.
Yeah.
I feel like we're supposed to do a live read, but we don't have the paper. So we're gonna go into here. This is for you.
Oh, thank you.
I know. You're so special.
Hey, AfterBuzzers! Our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There is no network that works harder to serve television fans, but we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and check out all our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels. AfterBuzz Wrestling, Sports, Women's Wrestling Weekly. Great show today. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. So shout out to the GM. Bosa's in there. Gabby's also in there as well. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Yes. Woo, we're there. Speaking of promotion, we had Nikki, who was being followed by the paparazzi. What y'all think of that whole storyline?
Okay.
I need a synopsis paragraph from each person.
I'm annoyed. Going into this, you are in a relationship with John Cena. This is exactly what you're signing up for. So don't complain now that you're not with him that, oh, I'm being stalked by paparazzi. Like, no. You know what you signed up for. You liked it at one point. So relax.
What'd you think?
That's just my point.
Oh, God, I can't.
She's
Grown so much in the last 3 weeks.
What'd you think?
I think it's a catch-22. So hypothetically, let's say this wasn't, because if you watch Total Bellas, that was pretty much the whole show.
Yeah.
So if this wasn't a thing, then I can understand how she feels like, okay, they're following me all over the place. But it seems like, based off of Total Bellas and how that went about and how the producers decided to kind of promote the show, that she may not have known, or she may have known. I think she might have, as far as people following her. Because when they were covering it, the whole thing with John, it was certain places, like, oh, they're out to dinner. But then we see it on Total Bellas. It's like, oh, we see them in San Diego.
Right.
It's like, certain places, especially in LA and San Diego.
But you work at TMZ, so do you think she called? You think she made a call in to say I'm in Miami? This is where I'm gonna be.
I'm not able to say yay or nay.
She ain't trying to give up the secrets. But
I'm just saying, with some people, not necessarily Nikki. Sometimes, we saw it with Lana a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you put in the PR call,
and she calls, and that particular when they called, that was a TMZ pop, and they were talking about it, and we actually covered it on the show. We just didn't cover the movie that she was doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
it was Rusev.
Right. So certain things they do call, and it might just be something else. So it's
shout out to Joseph, because he swears up and down every week that Nikki and John are together. So if that comes out on the Bellas, it was here by Joseph first.
Yes.
In our live chat.
Yeah, in our live chat. So shout out to you. But I personally thought that I feel like it was a phone call. It was like, hey, I'm kind of here. And then she tried to kind of play it off because all the other girls aren't really used to that much.
Right. It wouldn't be her. If she did call, it wouldn't be her calling.
It was PR.
Yeah.
PR does that. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't feel like that was really a part of the storyline. I don't feel like it was a good part of a storyline. I don't know. I think after the Bellas, they're kind of like, I like to see more of Lana. I like to see more of Paige. I like to see more of Nia. We don't get to see Nia like that either.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think when the show first started, it was based off of the twins, and because they were so popular. But if you see them in WWE now, they're not as popular anymore. Right. So of course, Ronda's taking the whole stage for a lot of things. So I think they're still trying to, because the numbers are going down, which we'll mention in the news. My bad.
No worries.
I think maybe they're trying to use them in order to get more viewers. But again, the problem with some reality shows is that we've seen a lot of this stuff already. Or if you watch Total Bellas, you've seen all that. So it's kind of like you don't want to see it again in another show.
Right.
So
let's go down these prizes. Y'all let me know the surprises, because they got really turned up.
Yeah, they did.
Let me know which one y'all think is the best. That's what we should do too. What was the best surprise you thought? Who was the winner? Nia picked the winner, but who was y'all's winner?
Okay.
So the second surprise was from Paige, and she rents out a whole naked sushi.
I would do that for you.
This was horrible. This was horrible. What did you guys think of that?
I know that was your favorite. I definitely did not see that coming.
I did
not see that coming.
Why do you think it was her favorite?
Because she was on into it.
No, that would have been her favorite. She would have done something like that for somebody.
Yeah, I would have done it for you.
TK would have done.
Actually, no, you're too young. Maybe when you get older, then I would do that for you. I bought my friend a lap dance the other day.
It was a lap dance is fine, but it was terrible.
A restaurant that's not stripper.
They were eating sushi off of the guy.
Yeah.
And he was sweating.
It's the lights. It's not like
Ew.
workout sweat.
Who does that?
It wasn't cute.
And then the old guy came out. What did y'all think? First of all, what did you think of the whole naked sushi? Would you have been okay with that being a surprise?
I would have been uncomfortable, just like how they were. I mean, what
With
do
the
you
nudity
do?
or the...
Just the fact that I'm about to eat some food.
You just order edamame and some miso soup and call it a day and leave the sushi where it is.
What was Paige thinking, though? What would you think? You just said you would do it. What was Paige thinking?
I would do it for somebody else. If somebody did it for me, I wouldn't be about, I'd be like, nah, dog, you missed the mark.
And then the old man came out with being all naked.
Yeah.
Is that how you get in?
I think that was a producer thing. I think that was, sometimes we see certain episodes and it's like the storyline with Lana and Rusev when they're on the beach. It was like, that was clearly, okay, the producer's like, oh, well, we're going to do this because, we need this. So I think that was an addition to.
Okay, so on a scale
and no to old men.
On a star from 1 to 5, how was that surprise?
0.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious.
I didn't it was weird. I mean, it's their birthday. Come on.
I give it a 3. What do you give
I
it?
think for birthdays, for people who have more money than the three of us.
Hold on, she don't know my bank account.
I really do.
Anyway.
I do though. More money than the three of us. It's those surprises are better. Whereas, for me, a couple bottles of wine would be great because I can use it. Because I won't buy 10 bottles of wine. But if you want to bring 10 bottles of wine to my birthday season, I'm all about it.
Well, even Paige said it. She didn't know what she was doing. Like, she never does, but.
But naked sushi is clear.
doesn't.
She probably Googled it, and there was an
Yeah, the
option.
description.
And yeah.
It was probably
I
different.
would so do that. I'm gonna look. I'm sure there's somewhere.
Do
in
not
LA.
gift that to me. Anyway, moving on to the third one. Nikki flies in Shanna and Bryn. Is that their names?
Yes.
You know them. Okay.
Sharna and Bryn.
Sharna and
is a pro
Bryn.
on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes. So she flew in the Dancing with the Stars dancers to have for the girls to learn a routine and for them to have a dance off. What did you think about her surprise?
I loved this one because it was more interactive. You can see how they got along and how it was kind of like a bonding moment that I don't feel like when they're on the road that they get to do. You know, they're kind of just like, oh, we're going to have a match. Everyone is kind of like business mode, but it's kind of like, okay, you know, we get to have fun. And even though they were so worried about winning.
Right. I mean, but aren't we? They're competitive
Yeah,
though. That's what they
that's
do
true.
in the ring. They're
Yeah.
like,
But it was nice to see like they were all bonding and differently.
I don't think they're concerned about winning. I think they're concerned about how it would look on the camera because this came out a few months ago.
Yeah.
And the thing is, too, what I like is that they were all dancing versus like Lana and Trinity, who always go back, and
Yeah.
then Natalia tries to join in, and we know
Yeah.
Natalia can't dance.
or Lana and Trinity always have the dance off. That's why I was like, where's Trent?
Yeah.
This is their real opportunity to have the real dance off and other people judge.
I feel like they always like. I feel like they always like miss the mark. Like when they did drop the mic. Where's Trinity? When they like, it's just like certain things like they just don't call her.
Right.
call her
So
for.
from 1 to 5, what did you think this surprise was?
That was like 5 to me.
Oh,
I really liked
that
that.
was
So
high
wait,
up
the
on
sushi was the
scale.
3 and the dance was the 5?
No,
0.
She
Oh,
gave
she's
sushi
0.
a 0. I gave sushi a 3.
Because what's the point? This one you're having fun and you're dancing. It was like a white chicks moment. I liked it.
It was during the
so
battle.
It was fun.
What'd you give it?
I mean, I think they're both. I didn't get my last number. I think they're both a 3. Like, if you were to, you know, those moments in your life where you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. I think I might remember like the sushi. Like, you remember Paige did this crazy thing? Then the dance would be like a secondary thing because you remember the crazier moment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's more of a bonding moment.
Yeah.
So they'll remember it more than
Right.
we as viewers
Yeah.
will remember it.
Gabby gave it a 5, by the way.
Oh, a 5.
Shout out to Gabby.
Yes, everybody in the chat, let us know what your favorite surprise was. And while you're at it, make sure you give us 5 stars on iTunes. Just wanted to throw that in there. So, so the fourth surprise was, I think, one of the best surprises. Brie
Yeah.
flew out their mom. She flew out Nattie and Naya's mom, and Naya was talking about that. And I feel like in the beginning we saw in the episode where Brie didn't really have a surprise.
Right.
So this was good. What did you guys think about that one?
I mean, moms are great, but
Some.
TK.
I mean, I love my mom, but like for the turn up in Miami, like,
But Naya was super excited.
I mean, I'd be excited too, but then I would like put my mom in a hotel, like, all right, I'll be back for you.
But they did. I feel
That's
like
what-
it was a
yeah,
nice
the
moment.
nights before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It gives you insight on the industry. She explains how it works, how like they have to be away from their family. So it was nice to see that touching moment with
Yeah.
Naya.
Yeah.
That we don't see. We
What-
see Nattie's mom all the time.
Right.
Well, I mean, they're off the road 2 days a week. They're on the road the rest of the time.
Well, once she explained it, saying that she was homesick, I really felt like this was like this brought together everything for her.
Right.
Because she said she would rather be there than, she loved the girls, but she'd rather be there than be on the trip. So I did feel like this was and then plus, Brie always talking about being a mom, and she brought in the moms.
Yeah.
Because she knows she can picture this in the future for her one day. I just feel like that was a great moment.
Hopefully.
I'll give her the mom thing this time around.
So what was you 1 to 5? What would you say?
Okay, that one. Okay, the last one I changed it. Last one
God.
a 4. This
Oh,
one a
boy.
5. I'm set.
So this one was a 5.
Yeah, this one was a 5 because I can relate to it too.
You miss your mom?
Yeah, I love my family, and they're like they're only 2 hours away, but still.
My mom is 3,000 miles away.
Oh, my mom's in Toronto. I don't know how far that is.
3,000 miles away.
No, probably more.
Yeah, way more. It's
What up,
another.
Mom?
I don't think so.
I know she called me the other day. She's like, why don't you call me more often? It's because I'm doing stuff. But now I call her every day, and she literally talks to me for like 2 minutes. All right, I'm doing this. I'm like, okay.
I talk to my mom once a month through a text.
Oh my! Hey, you're
That means
Bad
that seems
shame.
like because you're your only child. That makes a lot of sense.
That's why I have. Like,
And you're Scorpio too.
Anyways,
Next.
So
I
next
give
right
it
there.
Shade.
I do give it a
Shame.
4. I know. No.
For Naya, I give it a 5. For Natalia, I give it like a 3. Because we see. I mean, I love her. I think her mom could turn up, but I feel like, we see her mom all the time.
I feel like her mom was awkward too. She was kind of just like, okay.
Because she doesn't know the girls.
Yeah, she does. She's around them.
Yeah, but she doesn't know them like that. Wait.
She just got drunk with Lana last
no, I
week.
thought you were talking about, talking about Naya's mom.
No, Naya's mom turned up.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, but I feel like it was like, okay, like I'm turning up because my daughter's here.
Yeah, of course. But she was like, give me those effing shots. Let's do this. She was ready. She was turned.
And Natalia's mom was probably like, Natalia probably gave her a stern talking after the last day. Like, look,
no more drinking
no
for
more drinking
you.
ever, as long as I'm alive.
She's like, no more drinking for you. Don't you touch that. Lana, don't give her anything. That's what she did. She was like, Lana,
not at all.
Sit over there.
Not this week.
She told Lana, sit over there, not next to my mother. You ruined everything.
Talia's so extra sometimes.
Yeah, she is. I love it though.
She is. She definitely is.
She's definitely mom mode, even though she doesn't have any kids.
But I agree with you.
She has cats. True.
Yeah, she does have
10 of them. Yeah.
She's like she's like not the cat lady, but she is the cat lady, because you know how cat ladies, they say, oh, you're lonely, but she has a husband and she's a cat lady. Ain't that kind of weird?
And they both love him equally. It's kind of weird.
Tupac's Instagram is popping.
Yeah.
He has a shirt and everything.
True.
Yeah, I've seen his Instagram.
His Instagram is popping.
She made that when the first season started.
The Tupac, yeah.
That was long ago, but yeah, definitely. I agree with you on this one though. I feel like this was like more of like a 3 or 2 for Nattie, because she sees her mom all the time, and a 5 for Naya, because she was like homesick.
Why are you stealing my numbers though?
We know what the shadiest moment was today.
Bosa says Nattie, he gives it a 2.
Yeah, for Nattie. Because I feel like you brought up a great point.
Thank you.
Joseph said I gave this gift a 10.
Where you see? Oh, you have to scroll down once. Let me just handle the live chat.
Okay.
Like, you do the lead host.
I just like to be involved. Anyway. So then the ladies have their dance off. Finally, they go to the club, they get turned, the moms are there, and this is the point where I really feel like Naya really became super confident. It had nothing to do with the dance. I think it was because her mom was there and she was just like, this is all that is, it's just everything for me. So what did you guys think of the dance off?
Well, I like the fact that it showed a different side of her. You don't see that like openness of her. She's always just like, kind of just here. But she was finally like interacting with the girls, and you can tell how happy she was. So it was nice to see the fact that she was actually being involved in the show. That she wasn't kind of just like not an object, but like a person there.
Right. I didn't see her that much on this episode for it to be her birthday.
I don't even feel like she's talked more in any past episode than this episode.
Well, I mean, last season with Alexa, but yeah, this
No,
not
but
as
like
much.
in regards to like her personal life and what goes on outside of the ring,
Her dating,
we see more.
She did when she was doing that dating with the firefighter and all that stuff last season.
But I feel like it's more personal now.
I like this because she could have either went in it or not. Again, like I said, she's my spirit animal, and I don't really like doing things like this. But she's like, I'm here, the cameras, like I have to do this, so I need to go hard to win it. So you saw that competitive spirit in it, and you know that she brought it.
Right,
Yeah.
she did. She definitely. I felt really confident for her. I was like, look at Naya. I even sat there. I was like, look at Naya. Oh my gosh, go. You know, girl, plus size women. Let's go. Yes.
Did you say Naya or did you say
No,
Nia?
I said Naya.
She said
just
Naya.
checking.
Yeah, I gotta, because I say Nia, I just want to explain this to everybody. There's an actor that I really like, and her name is Nia Long.
Oh my God.
And so it's spelled the same exact way.
She looks amazing too.
And she does. And so I sometimes get the names kind of reversed. But she was super confident. Lana wasn't so drunk that she couldn't do the dance. So she was good.
Yeah.
And Paige, you know, she did her little thing. So who did you think, who would you say won, even though we know who won?
well, definitely Team Nia. They showed more of like, I don't know. It was more of a spark. I feel like the Bellas and Nattie was just like, Nattie's dancing, you know, looking funny, and the Bellas are the Bellas. But
Nattie was
it
off.
was different.
You could tell Nattie really can't.
And not just that, like you see a different side of Paige too. Who would have thought that Paige would be doing this type of dancing?
I think I wonder if Nattie thinks she can dance.
Yeah, she was excited about it.
Yeah, but like, has she seen previous episodes when she? Like,
but that don't mean in your head you can't dance. If she felt like she had the rhythm to the song and she was doing something, then she's probably like, I can dance.
Nattie's Nattie. She thinks she can do a lot of things, like make a barbecue.
Facts. Maybe somebody should. Anywho, she wasn't my pick. She wasn't the winner in my books.
So yes, I voted for Team Nia too because I just really felt like she brought the heat. She
did.
She turned up. I was excited about that. She didn't care what was around, who was around. She turned up, and kudos for that one. So it takes us. Make sure you guys throw on your sunglasses because we're about to get into the shadiest moments.
Put your glasses back on.
All right, mine is Brie mode, trying to be a little sneaky and giving Lana fireball shots. I was like, really, Brie? You're trying to be, I'm a mom. You know, I don't do this type of thing. But you're trying to ruin the competition.
Because I told you it's no longer Brie mode. It's Lana mode now. Like, Lana took over that.
So that was shady for me. She was being a little sneaky.
First off, I think y'all are both shady towards Brie, so we can just add that into
I love the Bellas. I love the Bellas, but they are doing too much for me right now.
Why?
Right.
If Brie is growing to be like this is her adult version, then let Brie be Brie. Why are you holding Brie back? Why can't you just let Brie grow like a flower?
Like the one in your hair.
Because we're used to seeing Brie mode.
I'm not gonna take that shade. I'm sending it back to you.
Next.
Yeah.
Yes, go. What was your shadiest moment?
I don't know. My shadiest moment is that Trinity wasn't in this episode.
Yeah,
like, why are they
that's a
doing
good
Trin
one.
like that?
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like she should have been a part
Especially
of
the
that
dancing.
dance-off.
Yes.
She should have been there because you know her and Lana always going
Lana
hand
even
in hand.
used her word. She said it was a lituation. I was like, really? Come on.
Well, she had to do it for the team. She had to do it for the
But
team.
they're not on the same team.
But I'm just saying, she wasn't there, so Lana was trying to hold it down for her.
No, I didn't like it.
My shadiest moment was, I want to say when even though it was, I agree with whoever said it in the chat, it was a weak prank, but I thought it was very shady that Nattie did it again. I feel like she was trying to repeat Mexico to Lana, just like kind of remind her, flashback, remember when we got into it type situation. So that was my shadiest moment.
It's funny that she does it to somebody. I want to say Lana's like weak, but she does it to somebody that she can do it to. Because, like, she's not trying it on, like, other folks.
Nia, she wasn't going to try it on Nia.
Like, Liz, she tried it on, like, Trinity. Like, nah.
She wasn't going to try it on Trinity.
Yeah, so it's like,
either.
it's funny how she, like, kind of picks the the weaker folks.
Who to mess with.
Well, I think it's because they already have a relationship, so they understand one another. And like she said, Lana gets off on stuff like this.
Yeah.
She did.
She loves attention, and she even said it. She's gonna get happy the fact that we did this prank, and she gets attention.
Right,
Yeah.
she did. So she kind of knows that she can do it to her. Right, I'm not the one either. So that should be news. You will be in the news if you do that I don't like pranks. I don't know, not you personally.
Okay,
I don't
you came at me like.
I know. I'm sorry.
Relax.
I felt sad.
Yeah.
I literally don't like pranks, but I do like surprises. So
I do too.
yeah, I thought all the surprises were pretty. I thought they were good for each person to do a surprise. I loved that idea, and
This is a great episode.
Naked Sushi it is for you.
So we have Leslie doing our news. Take it to the news.
We do.
TV News.
All right, guys. Records continue to be broken, but not in a good way. Total Divas viewership continues to be going down. Only 340,000 viewers this past week. So let's hope that this week it continues to increase, which then leads to Ronda Rousey. Well, they're seeking Ronda Rousey to be on the show, but we all know that is not going to happen. She's very private about her life. And then also, someone wants to make a big return to WWE. Eva Marie wants to come back to WWE, says that she left off on the wrong foot and that she was barely starting her character. So she says that All Red Everything needs to come back, which I don't know how I feel about that, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that either. I feel like she's a beautiful face.
That's it.
I mean, Stephanie McMahon on SmackDown said she wants to have the equal number of women and men on the rosters for Raw and SmackDown. So even if, for instance, Eva Marie doesn't come back to wrestle, she can do valet. She can do other things. And I mean, I think she'd be a good addition back. I know, people are. Gabby said, "Oh God, I hope not."
Yeah, same.
Not to wrestle.
I mean, I think she would be a good addition as far as personality-wise.
She has no personality.
Right. She's not a good wrestler and she has no personality. She's a great face. That's why they put her as a face.
And if we're doing this whole women's evolution thing, let's go away from that.
Yes, I do agree
more
with
wrestling.
that. Yeah.
And why can't you do both?
You need to go back to the old school, like
no, I didn't say like bra and panty matches.
Divas time.
I didn't say bra and panty matches, but you're assuming that Eva hasn't grown.
Okay, maybe I'll give her a chance.
Do you know she has a radio show?
No, I do not.
Exactly.
I know she does
But
her
what
fashion
does that
line,
have to
which
do
is
with
good.
anything?
I'm just saying she from the point she left WWE to now, she has a radio show, she has a fashion line, she does different businesses, she's been in movies. Now, being on WWE, you do need personality. So maybe she can add to that personality and it'll be benefit to WWE now.
I need a promo video, and then I'll see if your audition
You
passes.
need a promo video
I need a promo video.
Okay.
I agree with Leslie.
That's the shadiest move right there.
I agree with her though.
It's true.
Yes.
I need to see more. What do you have to bring to the table?
Eva Marie and Lana wrestling. That would be good.
Oh, that's my sister. Shout out to my sister.
Oh, what else?
Hey, Leslie sister.
Hey, Leslie sister, what's up?
All right, and last but not least, we are having an evolution. WWE is hosting their first ever women's pay-per-view, all women. So make sure you catch that this Sunday on the WWE Network. That's it for today.
Are you gonna watch?
Yay. I'm going to try.
I'll give you my WWE account.
You say that every week. Y'all see she says that every week,
You don't
and I
ask.
still have not gotten an account.
You don't ask for it. It's coming up Sunday at 5. I think it's 5.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Sunday at 5. That's my mom's birthday. I'll be
PM
out
Eastern.
with my mom because she's here in LA, so not gonna
Oh,
have
I'm
it.
glad you're seeing your mom. Good job.
I know. So that does wrap up this episode. Let everyone know where they can find you, ladies.
All right, guys, so this is my last episode for a little bit. I'll be back soon, but you can follow me at _Leslie Colon on all things Instagram and Twitter.
You can find me and follow me on everything at TK Trinidad. Just be on the lookout tomorrow on the network TV. You'll see me doing some stuff. That's all I can say.
She always gives me those teasers that are not that great.
Next.
You can find, I am Monique Loveless, and you can find me everywhere on Ms. Mo Loveless. And also make sure you check out my website, MoniqueLoveless.com. And that wraps it up. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.